Hello, guys. Good morning. Welcome back to another countryside vlog. My name is Haoma underscore KE, and thank you guys for the love and support. If you haven't liked this video yet, please like the video. And if you're new here and you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So I'm here harvesting the ginger. I want to prepare some breakfast with it. So right now, the ginger, right now, I think they're in that phase of maturity. As you can see, the leaves are starting to dry up. They are not as lush and as green as they used to be. And so they're about, right now they are in the farm for around, I think 7 months right now. And so I'm going to give them around 1 month, especially when the leaves are completely dry. And then I'll start now harvesting them. By then they will be fully mature. So, yesterday my son was bitten by a dog just at the road when he was coming back from school. He goes to school even on Saturday because he is at a higher grade in his educational system in primary school. So, he's doing okay. He's getting the anti-rabies, the rabies shots or the syringes. I don't know what I'll call them. So he'll get the 6 of them. So when my mom heard about it, she brought me some fruits and also the butternut. So right now I have butternut. I've been looking for the butternut seeds for a very long time. So right now I have, and she told me just dry them and then plant them after they are fully dried. So I'll just keep the seeds and then dry them, and then I'll plant them later because we still have rain until end of November, and sometimes even beginning of December we always have rain. So because it is on a weekend, I'm going to bake some butternut bread. It's my first time baking with either butternut or even pumpkin, because you can either use the butternut or the pumpkin. So I'm just cutting them into smaller pieces. Then I'm going to boil them completely so that I can get that puree, so that I can use it to bake our bread or to make our bread. So as my squash is still cooking, let's prepare the dry ingredients. So I'm using 1 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour, and I'll be adding 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And then I'll just put some little salt, like 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And if you have any spice, this is the time to put it. So I've used some cinnamon. I think it's now over in my pantry. I do not have some cinnamon again. I'll buy some later. So I'll use the ginger. I'll grate some ginger, like 1 tablespoon of ginger. It's okay, because I'll also put some ginger in the other cooked squash. So I'll just mix them well, let them combine well, and then I'm going to set aside and check my squash to see if it is ready. Then I start with the wet ingredients. So our butternut is cooked enough and not too much. So I just want to add some ginger in it so that the taste of ginger can infuse inside, because I've used very little cinnamon. If I had a lot of cinnamon, I wouldn't add a lot of ginger, and I really want that spice to infuse in it. So I've already mashed the butternut. So this is part of the puree that I have gotten. So I'm using 1 cup of the butternut, and I'm going to mix the other wet ingredient. I'm going to add two-third cups of cooking oil. So 2/3 cup is like 160 ml. So if you're using the ml or the cup, I really love when recipes are in cups, so that it will be easier for any beginner to use that recipe. And I'm always not a person who measures a lot. Most of the time I always know my proportion, especially for the liquids in the cake. For the sugar, I always put not too much, but I think this time round I've put a lot of sugar. This is 1 cup. I was to use a half a cup, so that means the cake will be too sweet, because also the butternut is sweet. So I'm using you can use a half a teaspoon of vanilla essence or any other essence that you have, and then mix it well so that all the ingredients can mix. If you have the whisk, the electric whisk, you can use. If you have the manual whisk like I'm doing right now, you can also use that. Yes, Mama. Yes. So let's now put our wet ingredients into our dry ingredients, and then I'm going to mix just with the whisk, the manual whisk. I do not want to overmix this mixture, and I had preheated the oven 10 minutes ago, so the oven is also ready, and also the baking tin is also ready. So our butter is ready. So the color is super nice. If this cake turns out so nice, I think this will be my favorite, because I really do not take a pumpkin a lot. So I think I will be having different recipes for pumpkin and also the butternut, because it is very healthy. Pumpkin and the butternuts are very healthy, especially for the kids. So imagine if you make just a simple cake for them weekly with either pumpkin or butternut, it will be super amazing. So I'm going to bake our cake for 45 minutes and the temperature is 180 degrees. So let's wait and see how it will turn out. So I kept on checking the cake. It took a little while, like around 50 minutes. I don't know why. Maybe my mixture was too moist, but I've just tried it with a knife, and it's okay according to me for now. Let us cut it and see how it is. Well, I think it is too moist in my opinion, but maybe the taste is a little bit better, but the cake was too moist. So the cake had some taste of ginger. It was moist also, but the texture, I'm not sure about it, but I will definitely try it out again and see where I went wrong. So we took our breakfast. The kids had taken breakfast very early in the morning, like around 8 a.m. So that's why they were playing outside. So right now, I just want to do some clearance. I want the kids to remove all the cut grass from here, and put it in the farm so that I can use them for mulching. And also my flowers had overgrown a lot, so I also want to trim them a little bit so that we can keep the compound clean and neat. So it's the weekend and the kids have to involve themselves in doing chores. So my flowers had overgrown, and the day I learned how to do pruning is the day that I do not depend on my farm manager. If he comes and prunes, well and good. If he doesn't come, I just take the shears and start pruning. And I'm used to it. I always see it as just normal chores here in my home. So I do not take a lot of time doing it. And it is also therapeutic. But mine is not that perfect like the ones that are done by the lawn mowers, people who are professionals. But it's better off than just staying when it stays bushy.
Bring a broom.
So I am done with the pruning and also clearing all the dirt. I have put it at the edge of our fence. So the kids eventually disappeared. Their concentration span is always very low. So they can do something, they can be excited with something for a minute, and then the next minute they are doing other things. So I just want to remove dead leaves in our pawpaw. I'm really waiting for that day that I'm going to see even one pawpaw. I do not know if it is a male one or a female one. I'm still waiting to see the fruits. I hope this time round I have some pawpaw here in our farm. And also let me just mulch our apple. Our apple is really doing well. The next video, I'm going to show you how I plant my apples from the seeds. So stay tuned. Always stay here in my channel to see and put the notification so that you can see what my next video will be. So I just want to mulch. It is very dry right now. The rains are not too much, and our soil tends to dry up very quickly. And if you're a farmer, you know, most of the time these soils that grow food very fast, they tend to dry. The soil or the ground tends to dry very fast. So here, if it does not rain for a week, the ground will be very hard. And that is something I've learned right now. So I always try as much as possible to mulch my crops. Yes? So that's what I'm doing right now. I just want to mulch these vegetables so that the ground becomes a little bit moist. So I prepared some fruits for the kids, so they're continuing to take. So I want to prepare lunch, and today we are preparing some spaghetti with beef. So I just want to uproot some spring onions that I'm going to use while cooking our beef with them. And the weeds are growing very fast. So the other time I told you if I uproot one, I have to replace it with one so that I can have continuous I can always have spring onions in my farm. And also the bell peppers, I've really harvested bell peppers just from these two. And so just from these two, I cannot miss to have 1 or 2 bell peppers to use for cooking almost every single day. If I skip like 3-4 days, I'll get at least 2 or 1 from each or 2 from each. So I just want to wash them and then start cooking immediately. So I'm going to start with the spaghetti. It's been long since I took a spaghetti here. So today I just felt like I will just make some spaghetti. So I just put water, put some oil, put some salt, and then let the water boil. After it has boiled completely, and then that's when I'm going to put the spaghetti inside. At first, I used to break the spaghetti, and then there was a friend of mine who doesn't break it. So anytime she would come and see me breaking the spaghetti, she will just be so mad at me. So eventually, I learned how to just cook without breaking them. And so right now, I think spaghetti or the Indomie is one of my fast foods. If I want to just cook foods, something very fast and easy, the two are my go-to. I am going to just stir them a little bit just to drop them inside. And the reason why I'm doing that because the sufuria is smaller. If it was a big sufuria, the spaghetti will just enter inside just by themselves. And I just want to continue stirring because if I leave them like that, they are going to kushikana. They'll become together. Anyway, I'm saying you're supposed to stir them so that you can separate them. I think right now that's clearer. So I just stir them just a little bit and then let them cook for some time until you taste them and they are not sticky to the same way you taste your rice. If your rice is sticky, it means it's not fully cooked. It's the same way with spaghetti. So I'm adding cold water after I've put off the fire and the spaghetti is cooked, well cooked. I'm adding cold water just to remove starch, and it will also prevent the spaghetti from sticking together. They'll just be one. And so I'm just draining the water and then just keep it so that I can start cooking now the meat. So I had boiled our meat. I really love this pan. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. The handle got broken. I had to go to the welding shop and they welded a completely different handle. So that's what I always use for my meats, my eggs. I love this pan. I have like three non-stick pans, but I used this one because it was a non-stick pan, and then all the non-stick got it came out, so it remained just a normal pan, but it cooks meat and eggs very nicely. So after the meat has browned just a little bit, I've added the fresh rosemary, and I'm going to add the spring onions and also the tomatoes and also the bell peppers. All the other vegetables that you have, you can add them right now. And I love soy sauce in my meats, so I have to put soy sauce. So if you're having the mushroom sauce or soy sauce or just the other one, I add. And then if you have lemon, or if you don't have lemon, you can put some vinegar. I'm also adding our ground rosemary powder, and any other spice that you have, you can add in your meat. And then you stir, and then I'm going to add the tomatoes now after this. So after our tomatoes has cooked a little bit, I'm going to add now our broth so that the meat can cook also again. And then after I'm sure the tomatoes are fully cooked, I could have blended the tomatoes, but I didn't have time for that. So I'm just going to add Royco. Royco is our common spice here in Kenya. It has almost all the spices, and it's also good with soups. So it makes your soup become a little bit heavy. So that's why I really love Royco. I cannot eat my food without Royco. I'm used to it. I don't know how I can stop it, but it makes your food nice. The taste is always nice. So our lunch is ready. I'm going to serve our spaghetti with beef and with the kids. Then we are going to enjoy our lunch. Hey, I had really missed taking spaghetti. It's been long, like I think a month now. No, like 3 weeks, because this spaghetti has stayed in that container for I think 3 weeks. So, and we always take spaghetti at least once in a week, but for some time now, I haven't cooked spaghetti for the kids. I always cook indomie, like just a quick and easy meal. But today I decided just to prepare some spaghetti for them. It's been long, and spaghetti is one of the easiest foods to prepare. So let's enjoy our lunch with the kids.
Take your food. Want yours? I'll take yours. Okay. Welcome.
So we took lunch. The kids are in the house watching TV, took a shower, and then I remembered I had not pruned my flower. Now this front flower, it's the hibiscus, pink hibiscus, and I really love it. Especially during the sunny season, you'll see a lot of flowers in them. They do not produce so many flowers during the rainy season. So I think that will be it for us today. If you have watched this video till the end, thank you so much. You're super amazing. See you in my next video. That is it for today. Bye bye.